Last episode, the team pushed on to hold on to our place near the top of the table, and now we got some exciting matches coming up this time out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Respect the Jeff back here with another episode in this Schalke career. Things have been going much better this season. We have a huge match coming up here. We're sitting in second. We take on third place Paderborn, and it's going to be a match that really might shape the future of this club. 18 games into the season, and promotion is on the line. So there's no time to waste, we're getting straight to the action here. Marvin Duksch is up there, number 3 on the goal scoring chart so far. He's 4 goals behind Freddie, who scored against us earlier in the season here, but goal scoring aside, we have some bigger issues going on here, specifically our defense, which concedes again. Luca Campanile at the back post not able to stop that cross, and we find ourselves a goal down in a game that could matter quite a lot for the fight for those top 3 spots, so we need to find some kind of response, and that we do with Marco Fabian charging forwards and an outrageous curler from outside the box. How about that? 34-year-old Fabian continues to be one of the star players in this team. To be fair though, all credit to Eric Tommy with the outrageous footwork to even set that chance up in the first place, and we are back on level terms, but Tiam giving us a lot of trouble here. This time though, he puts in the cross, and it's the other side and in. Another cross, another goal conceded, 2-1 down. And this second half is going to be a huge test for the team here. Chan Bozdogan trying to find some kind of space, and he does through Marvin Duksch's run into the box. Fantastic finish. The striker gets the job done once again. What a player we have on our hands. 2-2, maybe not the most satisfying result, but a point apiece is not too bad at all, and we'll take it. Alright, another game here, and the team looking for better this time out. It's been much better overall this season, but in crucial games like that, it still would be so important for us to have won, and we are really looking for better still from the team as they continue to develop. On the bright side, we got a lot of young talents, and I think we'll be able to do exactly that. Tommy looking for a bit of trickery here, and he does exactly that. Unreal Eric Tommy, it's a goal. How about that? He gets better every passing game, and this guy is a real superstar up top for us. Especially down here in Division 2, it's somewhat of a miracle we were able to grab him while he was on the free agents list. He's just so good, especially for this division. An absolutely class talent who gets the job done once again. Unfortunately for us, we concede again. It's another cross into the box, another really kind of poor effort from the defense to try to keep that one out. And again, we find ourselves needing a goal here if we want to go on to get a win. Eric Tommy again in the box, twisting and turning, eventually poked away only as far as Evan Rotundo, top of the box. How about that for a finish? He's quietly having a really good season here, Rotundo, sometimes coming on as a sub, sometimes starting games, but he's growing like crazy. He's finally getting goals and assists. And speaking of that, Igel Brook coming on as a sub, and he caps things off there. 3-1 the final result after all said and done. It looked to be a lot closer of a game than it was come the final whistle, but really great performance from the team. So that's exactly what we were looking for. 3 huge points, a really good performance, and on we go. Alright, well, taking a look at where we sit now, second place, really not that bad at all. Nuremberg having slipped up a bit, as well as Paderborn, who dropped points in that last match, so despite the draw with us, we do come out on top 20 games in here. So things are looking good, it's in our hands, but we have a huge matchup here. Mönchengladbach in the German Cup in the quarterfinals. I did not expect us to make it this far by any stretch, but the team's looking up for it here. Here's the lineup for this one, a huge occasion, and we need all the support we can get, including subscribing to the channel if you've been enjoying this series. With that said, let's get to it. Alright, here is where things sit right now on the road to the final. Can we book a spot in the semifinals? It would be insane, although Bayern and Dortmund face off on the other side of this, so if we do end up going through, we're going to draw one of those two teams. It won't be an easy road by any stretch if we want a shot at the Cup this season, but I really didn't, like I said, think we'd make it this far regardless, so anything is a bonus at this point. But we're going to give it our all. We have a strong lineup out there, and honestly, it's a team that's been in good form too, so I don't see why we can't make some sort of waves out here. It's going to take a lot for sure. I mean, on paper, Mönchengladbach are hands down a better team. I don't even think it's debatable, but we definitely have quality. We have a style of play that we're starting to develop, and I think anything is possible with this set of players. I mean, honestly, though, this is probably our toughest challenge yet. I don't remember having drawn a tougher team. Although, I guess I take that back. We faced off with Dortmund last year, didn't we? But regardless, I think the point stands. A little ball over the top, and Rose is able to grab that. A little bit of pressure heading our way first, but it's been a very open game here, and honestly, Schalke looking good so far. We're holding our own here. Marvin Duksch plays it through. Marco Fabian, a little bit of space. The touch lets him down just a little bit, but it's a good half chance there from Schalke to get themselves up the field and find some open space. We know there's openings now. I mean, we've had a couple decent looks in. I mean, it's going to take us really making the most of our chances if we want any shot here, but the possibility is definitely on. Jones trying to find a way in behind, and our defense scrambling to try to cover all of the passing options. Arbner Aliou, outstanding strength to hold his man off, and here we have it, looking to play out from the back, options coming in. Unfortunately, no one's able to get the pass off. Campanile looks to pass it back to the goalkeeper. It's a huge mistake. Instead, it looks to find the feet of Hugo Hawkins, who is marked by Iheanacho, who puts it in the back of the net. That is a big, big mistake by the back line of Schalke. And unfortunately, again, Luca Campanile is at the heart of our defensive mistakes. He's such a promising young player, and he's shown flashes of brilliance this season. I think he has 4 or 5 assists already, but a little bit of a defensive liability at times, and that just goes to show it. Unfortunately for us, the game seemed to be in the balance, but now we find ourselves a goal down, and it is going to be a big, big mountain to climb if we want anything out of this game. Marco Fabian, another chance in the box, but another last-ditch effort from the defense to keep it out. We're going to keep throwing bodies at this. We're pressing high up the pitch, and we've seen it. Mönchengladbach can be a little susceptible defensively. We just need to take our chances correctly. Unfortunately for us, they're just slicing through the team with some quick passes through the midfield here, and a play might be on as they continue to work their way up the pitch. Iheanacho, another lovely ball over the top. We just can't close down these kind of passes here. Iheanacho again pulling strings out of the center of the pitch. Jones works it through. Kone in the back of the net. 2 goals, nothing we could do about that one. Fantastic offensive play, and 2 goals down 28 minutes in, not looking good at all, is it? Well, I mean, we put on a show so far. We're going to keep pushing here and see what's possible, but things, like I said, looking a little grim at this point. It seems like every chance that heads in our direction just ends up in a goal. Differential in quality, I guess, but like I said, I think we have something in us if we could just find some kind of spark. CD Sane, it's inside. Marvin Duksch, well, his shooting boots might just be missing. That was a horrendous effort. He had a little pocket of space there at the top of the box, but it is well high and wide of the goal. 44 minutes in now, probably our last chance here before halftime, and Duksch, it's blocked by the defender. It was a really good shot, looked to be on target. Unfortunately, he got a body to it, and that is a really good save. Props to the Mönchengladbach back line. They have been outstanding. That's maybe 3 or 4 half chances we've had that we just couldn't get the final result on goal. But the half is not over yet. We're still lumping balls forwards, and Duksch again. That is a fantastic ball and effort, but it's a good save from the goalkeeper to keep it out. Well, I mean, we're giving it our all. It's definitely not for a lack of effort, but that's a hard one to keep on target, and Jan Sommer stands up to the test. So we go into halftime, still 2 goals down. Is there going to be some late drama here in the second half? Well, only time will tell, but so far we have been second best despite a couple good chances, and Mönchengladbach have a 2-goal lead over us. Jones in the box again. Will this be another Iheanacho back heel? And it is sent goalwards, but Dan Rose is up to the challenge here. And we're still playing out from the back. I mean, I know there's a little bit of risk associated with it. We've seen what can go wrong, but it's the way we're playing. We want to be a possession-oriented team, regardless of the opposition, and it's working out for us this time out. Eric Tommy in a bit of space here. Can he find a ball in? Yes, Duksch! Oh, I thought that was in, but it was off the post behind the goal and sent towards the center there. Not too far off at all, though. Duksch is getting some chances, just hasn't been able to finish. So it's Rotundo and Egelbrook both coming on here. Both fantastic players who have made huge impacts coming on as subs. We saw both of them scoring earlier in this episode, and we'll see if they can do some kind of magic here up top for us. Lord knows we need it with about 20 minutes left in the game and really nothing to show for it just yet, but fantastic defensive work again from Aliou. Sends Egelbrook with some fresh legs up the pitch, and he's just waiting for some reinforcements. Chan Bozdogan slides an unreal ball through for Eric Tommy. What can he do with it here, the tricky winger? Twisting and turning, waiting for some sort of opening. Bozdogan plays it through again, and he's through! Off the post! Unreal! No! Rotundo, well, that was our chance. 81 minutes in. We still need 2 goals. If we could have cut it back at that point, really could have changed the game, but unfortunately for us, a little unfortunate deflection. Last roll of the dice here, Gael Sandoval coming on, who hasn't been able to find too many minutes as of late, but you can see the frustration sinking in here. The captain, Hugo Hawkins, trying to win the ball back. Yellow card to give that one away. Time really winding down at this point. 87 minutes into the game, Griesbeck looks for the header here. Marvin Duksch. We got some bodies forward. Duksch just waiting patiently for the runs ahead of him. And still going here. Duksch not being closed down necessarily by the defense, and Evan Rotundo is slipped through. Unreal finish. There you have it. Evan Rotundo pulls one back. Is it too little too late? 89 minutes in. It's probably going to literally have to be our last chance on goal if we're going to get anything out of this. They're counting it as the 90th minute here. Maybe 1 minute remaining, probably a couple seconds of real time. But we just got to try to win the ball back and throw something at this. Sandoval, the substitute, wins it back. Egel Brook. Little dink over the top for Marvin Duksch. Definitely last chance here. 22 minutes into the match. Over the top. Sandoval! Unreal! 2-2. Schalke tie it back up here in the dying seconds. Time ran over just a little. We made the most of the chance though. How about that? Sandoval involved in everything in that move. Winning the ball back. Finishing it off. That is absolutely fantastic stuff. Who would have thought here? 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of the match, and we're taking it to extra time. Well, regardless of how this one ends, that is an absolutely outstanding show of spirit from the Schalke players, who are really giving it their all in this game, where we really probably should be outmatched, but we've seen what this team can do, and Eric Tommy continues to dazzle there with his foot skills. Marvin Duksch, again, just kind of holding up play here and waiting to bring others into the game, as he has done successfully, but unfortunately, he couldn't quite find that last pass here. 93 minutes in now, you get the feeling at this point that whoever scores the next goal is probably going to go on to win it. Hopefully it's us. There's been a huge boost in the players' confidence here. Coming into extra time, we've been dominating possession. Little ball played through, and it's not too far ahead of Marvin Duksch. Campanile, excellent crosser of the ball, and that is a really good pass in behind. Now it's back in our direction, though. We got to be very, very careful, and Arbner Aliyu, again, having an outstanding game, wins it back. The follow-up by Campanile cuts out that angle. Evan Rotundo, though, gives it back. Can we just hang on here? Taram coming in behind, and again Aliyu puts a foot in and blocks that chance before it becomes a real threat. And now Rotundo able to get his head up, one of the best passers of the ball in this team, and he finds Eric Tommy, who has an option ahead of him. Duksch, surely, Rotundo, he does it! 3-2, Schalke go ahead in the 102nd minute. This is unbelievable from the team. Who would have thought we could be in this position at the beginning of the game, let alone at the point when we were 2 goals down? This is unbelievable stuff, and honestly, if we can just hang on here, the game is ours for the taking. Eric Tommy so calmly slides it through, and Duksch unselfish there to lay it off for Evan Rotundo, who really is stepping up this episode, and this season for that matter. He's been unreal. But it's a big if we can hang on here for the rest of the game. 110 minutes in now, we find ourselves definitely on the back foot defensively. Trying to work the ball out to Paul, slides one through for Rivas. It's unreal stuff from Rose to keep that chance away. Campanile, though, brought down in the box, and we're still struggling to just clear the ball away. Arbner Aliyu comes in hard, gives the ball away, and eventually it's shanked wide of the net here. It's all desperation here, all hands on deck as we look to close this game out. Just gotta hang on for a little longer here. Oaks trying to pass it through, again intercepted, but the whistle blows. We've done it. We're going to the semifinals. Oh my lord, one of the craziest games I think I've ever played on this channel. I really went in not even thinking there was a shot at coming away with the win in this one, but we've done it against all odds here. The circumstances were definitely against us after those 2 goals were conceded earlier. It's such fighting spirit from the team. I love to see it. We have a real quality. We can do it against top teams like this, coming from the Bundesliga. And honestly, I think this might even help us back in the league, or we can push for promotion. We know we can do it against teams in the first division. We've done it in this match. So with that said, we keep our heads high, and on we go. All right, we're going to the semifinals. Dortmund have won. I think that means we draw them in the next round. I forget if they shuffle it or not. We'll have to see who we draw up against next. It would be crazy if we drew them twice in the cup just so far in this career, but the way FIFA likes to shake things up, wouldn't put it past them with the matchups here. We're coming to deadline day in January. The question is, do we have any reinforcements we want to bring in? We don't have a lot to spend. I think we have $1.5 million or something like that. But we have such a strong team on paper, things are gelling, there's really no need to shake things up unless someone wants to leave or we have holes to fill, but we have such good squad depth so far. Defense could maybe be improved in the future, but I think we need more funds for that. In the meantime, we'll stick with what we got here. Marvin Duksch, 12 goals, and he is leading the league. I don't know what happened. I swear earlier Freddie had 15, but we'll take it. He's top of the league for now. Maybe he left. So we get back to action, and on we go. All right, here's Schalke back in action in the league, and we're taking away the morale boost from that huge win in the Cup. Can we keep it up here domestically? You gotta say, whoever we're gonna draw in these next couple of games should on paper be a lot easier than the challenges we've taken down already. Draw against Paderborn, who are a really solid side. Obviously the win against Mönchengladbach in the Cup. We're showing we can do it here. Like I mentioned earlier, it's ours to lose at this point. I think we're still in second, pending results from obviously this game and the rest of the episode. But the team is seeming to just get better with every passing game, the chemistry building, and our offense is just something to behold at this point. We struggled big time scoring goals earlier in this career, but with some of the stars starting to click, finally, it's a completely different story. Eric Tommy, Egil Brook coming on as a sub, obviously Duksch leading the league in goal scoring, even CD Sane, Evan Rotundo, everyone getting involved. But again, our liability here is in defense as we concede first. Here I am talking about all the great things the offense has done. Well, we find ourselves down again. And it's again Luca Campanile, unfortunately, just not the strongest in the air. He's kind of short. And it just seems like teams might be starting to figure that out with crosses to the far right side, their left side, I guess, with Campanile playing on our right. But it's the kind of goal we've seen time and time again this season, let alone this episode. And unfortunately, we got a little bit of a mountain to climb here. 50 minutes into the match, still nothing to show for it. It hasn't quite been flowing as much as we're used to here for Schalke, but that doesn't mean we won't get more opportunities. Again, trying to get the ball up the pitch, and it doesn't quite come off, but Bozdogan ends up finding the ball after Duksch pokes it away, and he's still going the striker in the box. Good footwork. And really clever stuff here. Schalke working it around Eric Tommy with a clever touch, trying to beat his man with the first touch, but it doesn't quite come off here. 62 minutes in, we're still a goal down, and that doubles. Another cross in, another failure to clear. This time it's Hawkins, who actually is usually very strong in the air, unable to close down, and we're finding crosses to be quite deadly against us this episode. Evan Rotundo playing through now and finds CD Sane some tired legs, and he's coming forward. The younger brother of Leroy Sané starting to make a name for himself. Can he keep it up with another good chance? Oh my lord. Well, that was put on a plate for Marco Fabian, who honestly struck it pretty well, but that's a really difficult one to keep on target. And it's high and wide of the post. Unfortunately, they keep a clean sheet against us. 2-0 the final result. It's a loss. First loss in a little bit there. And it's a disappointing one for the team after riding such a high in these last couple of games. So we got to keep going here and move on to the next. All right, well, a loss in the last one. We're looking to make up for it here. Things are on such tight margins now. 21 games in, that was enough to take us back into fourth. We're constantly yo-yoing in and out of a promotion spot with so many teams in contention. Obviously, first place seems to have been locked down. It's so far out of reach now. But second and even third place for that playoff spot are really under fire from, I think, 4 or 5 teams at this point. It's really, really tight. It's anyone's at this point in the season. And we just got to make sure that we're, I guess, the more consistent team out of that batch. We probably have the best crop of players and higher ceiling. It's just a little bit of inconsistency and defensive mistakes that are really seeing us slip up at crucial moments. But so far in this game, scoreline's still level, and we're having a really hard time here again. We're just kind of on the back foot, not too many chances, and we find ourselves conceding again. That's a lovely ball over the top, fair credit, but Philip Oakes pulling up at the wrong time, and he just leaves his man. We're struggling to contain, we're struggling to keep clean sheets, and honestly, that was the feature that was so strong in this team for so long in this career, being able to keep clean sheets and being strong defensively. But I guess with our more offensive style of play now, it's just a little harder to keep that, and we just gotta hope that we're gonna start outscoring opponents instead. And we have in many occasions. Here we have it again. Marvin Duksch bulldozes his way through the center there, but fair play to Eric Tommy. It's a lovely slid pass through, and Duksch He's just so tenacious up top. Great finisher, stays in the right spot, and he capitalizes off of that deflection. 1-1. Can we push on for more now? Philip Oakes slides it through. Bozdogan. Top of the box now. Evan Rotundo cracks one from distance. It's not too far off at all. We've seen him hit those kind of shots before, and we know it's possible. CD Sane for Dux. Slides it through. Rotundo. Clever little back heel. Eric Tommy. Lovely stuff. He finishes again. That is an unreal pass there from Evan Rotundo, finding himself with the space and the composure to back heel, and he is pulling all kind of strings out of midfield this episode. Another slid ball through for Marvin Dux, who finishes again. At this point, we've completely flipped the script of this game, and we are in a commanding lead. Griesbeck getting forwards, and Dux again, this time with the back heel to Eric Tommy. Such a similar situation to the goal we saw earlier, and again, Tommy finishes 4-1. How about that for flipping the game around? That is a definitive win, and 3 huge points for a team that was struggling early in the match here. Great resilience and great heart to really have the drive to turn this game back around. Fantastic performance from Eric Tommy, and we move on from here. All right, well, we're back into action again. I'm going to keep the ball rolling while things are going well. The team's looking so solid here. In the meantime, I mean, we're taking a look at the leading goal scorer in the league, still Marvin Dux on 14 goals. It must have been the case that Freddie left the league and kind of left a gap open, but it's fortunate for us and our player. That's the guy to watch out for sure, Marvin Dux. Also, side note, in the meantime, Hugo Hawkins has grown out a beard. I'm trying out some different hairstyles for players, so that's one to keep an eye out for as he continues to develop and really be a leader out of the back. He's been our captain all season, and really, I guess maybe despite the defense not being our best team attribute this time around, he's such a good leader out of the back. Good individual performances at times. He's only going to get better from here. I think he's still, I forget the exact age at this point, but maybe 21 or so. He's played for teams like Chelsea when we had him there, and he's just such a star talent. Sky's the limit, really, for a player of this caliber. But how about that? Marvin Dux, unreal. He just walked the ball down the field. Really good footwork to open the space up for the shot, and what a finish. This guy is something else. What a signing. I thought for sure at the beginning of this episode, our season rather, that it was Egel Brooks' turn to step up and really kind of lead the line for this team, but with the team having brought Dux while we were away into the club, it's just, the story is written there. CD Sane also getting in on the madness here, cutting inside, and what a finish again. Unreal stuff from Schalke so far. 2 good chances and 2 great goals. Taking a look at that replay, it's kind of a weird one. Perfect top bins. What a finish there from Sane. I don't know how he wraps his foot around the defender there, but we'll take it. This guy is something else, really starting to kick it up a notch this episode. And he's another one that I'm looking forward to see continue to develop over the next couple of seasons here. A ball slid through, and Philip Oakes, not messing around there, boots the ball away. And we're trying to get rid of it here and maybe push upfield and find another chance for ourselves. Chan Bozdogan finds Philip Oakes, who's getting involved a lot in the build-up play these days. Chan Bozdogan, again, just waiting patiently for an opening here. CD Sane, Marvin Dux, waiting for a run, still going here. Outstanding build-up play from Dux. He's such a great target man up top and really crucial to the way we've been playing this season. Fabian, little flick over the top. Oh my gosh, what a goal that would have been. Front-to-back stuff here from Schalke. But we've just been dominant in this game. Philip Oakes, again, it's a towering header from Hugo Hawkins to just give us possession back. Wurzburg really can't get involved at all in this game so far and have barely had a chance in our half. And here we go again. CD Sane opening up for a shot. It's off straight off the face of the center back and back to the tricky winger, who somehow stumbles his way through and comes away with it again. Seems like we just can't give up possession at the moment. Eric Tommy looking to slide it through, and that's the pass that eventually gives it away. Lumped upfield, and again, this time it's the other center back, Aliou, with a absolutely forceful header back down into play. Marvin Dux gets his head up and slips it through. Sane, he's through. It's 3. Unreal stuff from Schalke. What a performance. Take a bow. CD Sane is really showing what he's got this season. He's our surefire starter. At this point, I mean, it was between him and Gael Sandoval to work it out between themselves as to who would be guaranteed minutes, and CD Sane is the one who took the reins and really showed what he could do the most. Sandoval's definitely still chipping in. I mean, he was sort of crucial to that dramatic win we had in the Cup, but in terms of consistency, it's definitely been CD Sane so far. Unfortunately, in terms of consistency, our defense is consistent in not being able to keep a clean sheet. We concede again there, but it's still a pretty comfortable win for us. 3-1 in the end. And on we go here. Talk of the town is all about CD Sane. Alright, well, taking a look at where we sit now, actually Gail Sandoval sending us a message first. I was just talking about him. He's not happy with the lack of minutes, but he's our player for the remainder of the season. We'll see what happens going into next season. A lot's probably going to ride on whether we get promotion or not, but he's going to be a crucial player and relied upon in occasions when we need fresh legs or maybe to rotate the squad a little bit. But we're sitting in third now. Like I keep saying, it's so tight. I mean, literal points separate us really from the top 6. So, I mean, we're going to have to see how things pan out. But it's in our hands now. Hopefully we can slide into second and get that guaranteed spot. In the meantime, if you guys want to check the squad out for yourselves, go to respectthejeff.com. You can click on the Schalke section and see all of the detailed statistics. Feel free to comment what you think of the team below and where you think we should improve maybe going into next season. And if you want to get even more involved than just commenting on these videos, feel free to check out the link in the description for my Discord. It's free. You can jump in and talk all the behind the scenes stuff that I do as I create these. A lot of what I do in this career is based on input from the viewers, so if you want to be a part of that, feel free to join. And now finally, if you've just been enjoying the series, please consider subscribing. It helps this channel grow and helps me continue to make great content. So I'll be back soon with next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.